who are prepared to make the sacrifices, who are prepared to sweat, to bleed, to believe, who will be our champions. They have forged over 25 weeks, over 15 league rounds, over 96 games, and over 8,000 minutes of red-hot rugby. Get ready to pick your team and go.
And welcome back to Kings Park as we see Tom Hill leading out the football club team. There is absolute pandemonium here. We've just had a fantastic women's final. Valley running out 11-3 winners, and the officials are desperately trying to clear the pitch as we see football club come out onto the paddock. They are the league champions. They are the reigning grand final champions. And yeah, I'm joined here in co-commentary by my old mates, Sandy Bay and Hong Kong International. Ash Hyde, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, very well. Yeah, thanks for having me, Cookie. It's been a hell of a day down here at Kings Park, and there is a lot of action that has already unfolded, but here is the main event, and I'm certainly looking forward to this one, Cookie. It should be an absolute belter.
So we've got football club in there, famous blue and white hoops, kicking from right to left. Hong Kong International, Jamie Hood, with 37 years old now, 112 caps for football club first team, to go with his 33 caps at 15s for Hong Kong.
Need a bit of time this time, that's
So referee Matt Rodden doing everything he can to try and clear the pitch. As I said, scenes of pandemonium here.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere down here, Cookie. There is a lot of excitement around the crowd. Both teams, supporters coming in droves down here to Kings Park. Matt Rodden is just trying to clear the field. As you said, a lot of support here for the women's grand final that Valley just took out. And it's all go. We're only moments away for the start of this Premiership grand final.
You all good, Sam? Just give it another 30 seconds or less. Steve, you good? Testing? Yeah,
Good to see Murray Breakin
Jamie, ready?
in the chat again.
Tommy!
So this is a sumptuous lineup. Football club already crowned league champions by virtue of points difference ahead of Sandy Bay. But they had a rough run into the end of the season, losing their last 3 round-robin games. And Hong Kong Scottish have been dogged. They finished 3rd place in the league this year. And really put pressure on every team they played. They've been hard to beat all season, Ash.
Yeah, they certainly have. They've been a team that you just can never take lightly. They make games expensive. They play at a really good pace. They like to throw the ball around and take their chances, this Hong Kong Scottish team, and they'll want to take their chances here today in the big stage.
All 3 of the round-robin games have gone the way of football club. 14-10, 32-9 and 26-12. so far, but football club carrying a few injuries. Pat Jenkinson is missing, but they do have the young buck Jevon Groves back, and Jamie Hood making some good yards down that right edge, but is bundled into touch.
Good defensive effort there from Scottish, snuffing out that attack from football club.
Yeah, I'll keep going for a bit, but it's gone.
And an opportunity here for the Scottish team to execute a line out and try and exit nicely.
Steve, Rick, if you can just help out. Get Fran ready, please. Hold.
And a good take there. James Phillips in at number 8 is a late replacement for Rory Martin-Smith. I'm pretty sure Scottish will miss him because he has been absolutely dominant all season. Good take there from Jamie Lauder. And playing it nice and easy as they do. Lauder box kicks this. High and hanging. Juresiewicz spins out of it.
Taken back.
Sean Taylor absolutely all over.
Fantastic work there from Sean Taylor, putting real pressure, great kick chase, and managed to bundle them into touch, securing the Scottish line out. Fantastic work from the start there from the Scottish fullback.
You feel that Scottish have really come out with a bit of mongrel here,
Here we go.
and they probably need to get something on the board early to keep the fires burning.
We can't have players running in like that. All right, what's your numbers? 5 man.
Just going to reset that play.
King with the throw here. Good take.
Hold, go back now.
It's a reasonable setup, but decent defence from club here. They've absolutely made a Horlicks of that for Scottish.
They'll consider that a win. A Hong Kong football club, they set well the Scottish line out, but tremendous defence there in the maul, managing to get a turnover. Really well done.
Remember, go to the left. Hookers to the left.
So here we go, the real game within the game. First scrummage here.
Time off. Just wait for the lace.
Yeah, expect a real battle up front.
So, Ren Davis, the Irishman at Loosehead for Football Club. Johnny McCormack Houston with his 7 caps. He's also a Centurion for the club.
Time's off.
Keelan Chapman, also Hong Kong international, playing his 97th first team game. Bearing down on that that 100 mark.
You got it?
So Lauder with the feed to this scrummage.
Come on, crouch.
He's a real competitor.
Bind.
Good athletic footballer.
Stand up. Reset. Boys, a couple of things.
And
Don't
Bryce
anticipate
Cobb
the calls. No binding before
in
I
the
call
chat.
bind, okay? And keep that
Already
right.
laying down some excuses that HKFC are missing some key players.
It's got to be clearly forward.
Hedging his bets, getting in nice and early. And anticipation building for this all-important first scrum, where we can see who's going to get the dominance up front.
Bind.
So our referee, Matt Rodden,
Sit.
This is 88th Premiership game. Decent scrummage there from Scottish. Bulking hands of Tommy Hill there. Takes a few yards, which gives Glyn Davies plenty of space. Put the ball safely in the hands of Sean Taylor, who's looking. Good work there from Kingham. And that is a raking kick, but Pete Juresevic. Oh, and a great tackle there from Jevon Groves.
Use now.
Former Welsh Sevens player, really brings a bit of bite into the second row for club.
Use. Let's go now. Now.
Tom Wilson sets up a high hanging box kick. Lauder's onto it. But he's absolutely monstered in the tackle.
Really good contest there. The Scottish blindside, Charles Kingham, sorry,
Rory Campbell.
Campbell actually. And they're opting to go for the posts early here to get some points on the board and get a reward for that outstanding defense that they've done so far.
It was a fantastic box kick by Wilson.
Really well timed, but a kick's only as good as its chase, and they did really well there to put that pressure on Football Club and get that turnover.
Yeah, a bit tight.
So Wilson with the first shot at points here. And it just leaks off to the right-hand
22.
side.
Keep them behind you, please.
Football Club with a 22 dropout to get things started again and try and get the pressure out from their half.
Welcome aboard Hamish Dickey as well. Beer in hand in Barley. Another fantastic take there from Jamie Lauder. Brave as you like. Josh Hurstich in these wide channels here. Lauder to Hurstich. Oh, he stays strong in contact there. Glyn Hughes just juggles the ball.
Not able to pull that one in. Hurstich getting through a lot of work there in the wide channels though, but just an unforced error, a small skill error there from Glyn Hughes, giving Scottish the opportunity now to attack in the Football Club half.
Good last time, keep it like that. Sam, have a look, please.
Go on, you go, Wollie. Go, boys. Let's go, two. Yeah.
It's good to see Glyn Hughes back out there last year. He was sat here beside me like a cat on hot bricks. Good to see him finally back from his injury woes.
Hey, Kev, where's your real mate in there?
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
So this scrummage, a really good matchup.
Reset.
Yeah, relatively evenly placed at this stage. Neither team getting full
Let's go, quick
dominance.
reset, please.
Both front rows putting in a great deal of effort.
Choose. Seconds in.
Balance. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Two, free squeeze.
So Wilson with this feed.
Blue. Back play, use it.
So Jurecevic with a wide pass to Morris, drops it on the toe. Jamie Hood just calmly pushes it down the tram line. In the backfield there, Wilson, Jurecevic and Taylor. Some real bravery there again from Jamie Lauder. Been clattered the first time and he's gone up for the next two.
Two obstruction.
Jevon Groves' passing channel was just cut off there, so he ducked back inside. And they give away the second opportunity.
Just another small unforced error from Hong Kong Football Club, giving Scottish a second crack at the posts to try and get the first points on the board.
Yep, that's good.
From a relatively similar spot as the last kick.
Good to see Melinda Wooten in the chat. And first blood to Hong Kong Scottish. Tom Wilson nails that relatively simple penalty.
Yeah, the ball was at the back, so we play away.
Yeah, Melinda Wooten given a good good shout out for Benny Axton Barrett. And Cam McIntosh, what a comment. Father Time waits for no man except Jevon Groves. Don't know what you're trying to say there, Cam. He's a young buck. High hanging kick there. Jack Moses. Good carry there, and Scottish are having to fight hard to get this ball back to Tom Wilson. Football Club have restricted them to only getting out to about the 10-metre line, Ash.
Yep. That was an okay boxy. He'll be happy enough with that. Now let's see what Football Club can do if they can get this line out operating. With McCormick Houston looking to get this in.
Kingham with a really good take there. Tommy Hill shut the gate. Good feet there in the wide channel. Dean Squire fighting hard for that. Good work there from Hugh McCormick Houston. Tom Hill wide. Penne Smith. Good to see him back. He's had his injury troubles in the last few weeks, but strapped up and ready to go. Kingham working hard there. Tom Hill on the short side. Hurstich looked like he was trying to get a chicken wing offload going there, but no one there. Tyler McNutt with just a little bit of a loose pass there to Hugh McCormack.
Yeah, not sure if he was expecting that one. And Pincott getting in the way, making it difficult for this Football Club side, and just another small knock on, relieving that pressure again.
So a little bit of afters there, but Scottish come up with the ball.
Sam last time.
It's their feed to the scrummage.
Collapse.
Yeah, I've told them, So.
Stay up.
Let's go!
Very reminiscent of the game last week in the semi-final, Scottish versus Sandy Bay, where Hong Kong Scottish make the opposition play for every yard, every metre, and they defend like absolute mongrels.
Sit!
Yeah, they've been putting in massive defensive efforts. and making it really difficult for teams to score points on them, and that's what brought them here to the final. And a fantastic scrum opportunity.
Hooker standing up.
Well done up front there from the Hong Kong Scottish. That is sensational work when they really need it to get away from their line. Well done to the Hong Kong Scottish pack.
Which side are you going? Go that side, boys. Going left, boys. Can we chase left first?
We know full well that Logan Asplin will not have underestimated the challenge of Scottish, but I think Football Club absolutely know they're in a game of football now.
1 second.
That's certainly right.
Time.
Both teams here are right up for this. You can tell it means a lot to these guys.
And I can see that Junior is in the chat with a good come on club. I wonder if that would be former Hong Kong international Junior.
Hold 5, hold 5. Now you're on.
Good work in the backfield there.
Stay, club. Stop.
And that is a huge kick that's taken a wicked bounce over Wilson's shoulder, but he calmly comes back and takes it to the 22
I'm the referee.
and gets a decent exit there.
It was a nice touch there from Mateo and a tough bounce, but Wilson doing really well. And not much of a kick chase from the Football Club side, so Hong Kong Scottish able to relieve that pressure nicely and bring play back up towards the halfway.
So Kingham has been a target so far, but Tyler McNutt beaten to that by James Phillips. But it looks like Jevon Groves might have got his hands on that one.
Let it come, let it come. No more.
And Juresevic has played a lot of half-back himself.
Taken back.
So Jamie Hood carries it. And a real kick to contest here. Sean Taylor gets wrapped up by Hood. Skipper Jamie Pincott. He's got well over 100 caps for Hong Kong Scottish. He's been there virtually since day one of the club. Oh, and a great take there.
Taken back. No, 50-22. 13, be quiet, please.
And a great touch finder there.
Really lovely touch. Almost a 50-22, but they took that back over the 50,
You
so
don't want me to penalise it.
it will be a Football Club put in.
12 and 13.
Throw in, sorry.
So
Yeah,
referee Matt Rodden there just having a word with Jamie Pincott and asking if Scottish can just reduce the volume of their commentary. Good take there from Groves. Nice and steady.
No, Jamie, stay. That's one.
Oh, McCormick Houston loses that ball on the floor. Jack Morris, Squires
Advantage
getting
over
to
from
the
knock-on.
outside. Wilson to the left. Oh, Avitabile has stayed on that ball really well. He rode the clean out.
Yeah, that was a huge play, getting over the ball there. And yeah, as you said, quite an aggressive clean out attempt there from Scottish, but not quite clinical enough to get under Mateo. And he gets the rewards right when they need them, Football Club.
Yeah, there's no question that Scottish have really brought some heat to the opening stanza of this game. And they're really, really up for it.
They certainly are. Both sides of the ball, they're aggressive on defense. Aerially, they're doing really well, contesting a lot of these kicks. They're putting it all on this Football Club side.
And good to see former Football Club captain and Hong Kong international Adam Haller watching in, cheering on for club. Oh, good take by Kingham. Tommy Hill gets his shoulders through the contact there. Stitch to Kingham. Hughes stabs the ball through. Benny Axton Barrett. That is such skill. That is an absolute box of tricks there from Glyn Hughes. And what a juggle and control from Ben Axton Barrett.
Yeah, Axton Barrett has done a lot of good work here. That kick was lovelily weighted from Hughes, but then Barrett to pop it up to himself, and then the strength to be able to just drive through the line. He was caught just short, but then barreled across, and yeah, lovely try right under the posts, set up there for Hughes to knock this over for another 2. Really good work from the football club.
There was some really good lead-up work there. A really good launch play that saw Tommy Hill get his shoulders through, and everything just flowed on from there. And that is one that you could have bet the house on, and it's definitely quietened down the Scottish crowd here in the ground.
Yeah, they're here in numbers, the Scottish crowd, but and they have been playing a lot of the rugby, but they can't let Football Club get easy wins like that. They'll want to play more of the footy down in this half of the field.
Another good kickoff reception there.
Keep moving, keep coming now. Taken back, Jamie, taken back. Oh, sorry.
Lauder hoists it to the sky. Sean Taylor gets absolutely scragged by Kingham and Hill. Charlie Ryland there. Such an abrasive player, both sides of the ball.
A little bit of argy-bargy stuff. Starting to boil over a little bit, but just a bit of push and shove at this stage.
Yeah, needless pushing there from Harrison King of Scottish.
We need to sort this out first.
Yeah, clearly quite fired up, but don't need too much more of that. I think Rodden will just have a quick chat to calm things down.
Jamie.
So, skippers Pincott and Hill called in by...
Everything. Okay, what we do see, we will deal with, all right? You can't have your players calling out constantly. They might have seen something. If we've missed it, we have to play on. That's the way it is. It's okay? You have to control
it was
your boys,
a definite feature of the semi-final last week. The referee was Steve Copeman, who's on the AR there. Got frustrated with Scottish doing a lot of talking in the game, and Matt Rodden, that's already twice he's spoken to Jamie Pincott.
Yeah, there's zero tolerance for that, and they want to be careful because they don't want to be giving away any silly penalties when you're in such a high-pressure stakes environment like a grand final.
It's actually been fantastic so far. We haven't seen a yellow card across the 2 previous games.
Binds. Here we go. Sit.
So 7-3 here, and it's a good scrummage from Scottish. Oh, gets the ball out to Jamie Hood. Just does enough dancing feet. Josh Hurstich really getting club onto the front foot here. And another big play there with Tom Hill. Young Tyler McNutt drives it up. Hughes back in field to Axton Barrett. Oh, McNutt gets through the contact there and keeps driving.
Did very well with the carry, but just a slight knock on there in the contact area, coughing the ball up.
Yeah, Matt, last scrum game, white 3, loses his bind and goes short.
Let's go, boys, come on, let's go.
Young Tyler McNutt has been a real find for Hong Kong. Skippered the Hong Kong under-20s in the Junior World Trophy in Nairobi last summer and has played virtually every game so far for Football Club in the Premiership this year, and also got his first cap in the first test against Germany and acquitted himself really well that day. Again, another young Hong Kong man with a bright future. Also, amazingly, from the Hao Tapu Club in the Waikato.
There you go, no stability.
It's a bit of an early shove there from the Football Club side, giving a free kick to Scottish, an opportunity for them to get out of their own half, ideally, if they can get the kick right.
Let's go.
Jurasiewicz lines this up.
So free kick, Sammy. Football Club ball. Scottish on the edge. Scottish here.
Jamie Lauder just offering
It's your ball.
offering his advice there to the AR about being a little bit generous on spotting the kick. So Johnny McCormick, Houston. Or overthrown there. Keelan Chapman just manages to get it back to Lauder, and he's done incredibly well there and stayed strong. Slightly behind Hurstich, but he gets them onto the front foot.
Go, 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 go. Move, tackler.
And prop Bryn Davis there, bit bemused picking that ball up at half back there.
Sorry, this way, no. Do not hold him in. You are holding him, scrum.
So a holding call on the ground, not letting the big man, Timona Puata, roll away.
That's it. It's their ball.
Funny there.
Let's go.
You've got the experienced referee of Matt Rodden
Boys, we agreed.
spotting
We agreed
the
balance.
experienced
Both of you need to
cheating of
work
Jevon
balance.
Groves.
Just about to go.
Elbow up.
And Jev actually had the gall to claim innocence.
Seconds in. Yeah.
Crouch.
Catherine P with a big go, Hong Kong Scottish.
Sit.
Lauder with the feed. Wilson has to go back. Great pass from Lauder to Hill. Hughes just floats that one out, but Avitibile makes some ground. And again, Lauder does really well with some scruffy ball there. Hugh McCormack, Houston, does well on the ground there.
Clear release. Not you, 7. You're the teammate.
No clear release is the call.
So Charlie
No
Rylands,
clear release.
as we said, he's an abrasive character.
8, no clear release.
Gets himself involved either side of the ball.
Shot call. T's on the field.
So Hughes is going to have a crack. Probably about 42, 43 metres on the angle.
Yeah, not the easiest of kicks, but Glenn Hughes is a good striker of the ball.
So Football Club are actually going for 5 in a row. Not since 2019 has anybody else won the grand final, when it was Sandy Bay versus tonight's opposition to club, Hong Kong Scottish, in a game that was went down to the wire, and a game you played in, young man.
Yeah, it certainly did, and what a fantastic day that was to be a Sandy Bay player or supporter. But that one has just gone a little bit astray for Glenn Hughes, so Hong Kong Scottish with the opportunity for a 22 dropout.
It's a really good strike, but the radar just slightly off.
Francesco's
Yeah, thanks.
on standby.
But there's a real crackle and buzz has come over the ground, as I think the crowd are feeling the tension that's on the field. Jamie Hood, with that characteristic head fake that he has. Hughes tries that low ball again, ends up in the hands of Axton Barrett, who punches the ball deep. Taylor waits for it to bounce.
Take him back. Take him back.
And Avitable is all over this. Penny Smith jumps onto this. Football Club are all over this now. Johnny McCormick. Oh, just when you don't want the ball in the hands of a hooker. Some real harem, scarum stuff there from Scottish at the back.
Yeah, certainly. Just as we said before, they're willing to throw this around, but sometimes that can be the better of you. But let off lightly there with a bit of a missed pass from McCormick Houston.
Good to see Stephen Mercer, former Hong Kong Scottish board member, in the chat with a come on Hong Kong Scottish.
Plenty of Hong Kong Scottish support all around the world today.
That's right, Caroline Pincott cheering on Scottish, and go Jamie and team.
6 is okay.
So Tom Wilson
Always in.
carves off some meters,
Always in.
takes
Always
play.
In. Always in.
Takes play virtually up to halfway. But Scottish made a real Horlicks of it at the back, and the ball dropped into the hands of Penny Smith, and it looked for all money like they were going to be in for a second try, but they managed to butcher the opportunity. So 7-3 here. Tyler McNutt rising there. Hughes.
Advantage.
Just not a lot of cohesion
No advantage. Knock on.
around Glyn Hughes at the moment. A few uncharacteristic passes just onto the shoulder of Hurstich.
Yeah, just not quite getting those
That's it. Let's go.
links right. They'll be looking to clean those up. But Scottish, as they so characteristically have been doing this season, they're doing just enough
Max, if you
to
get a
defend
chance,
really
blue
well.
9, fair bit of chat from him on the side.
Okay, yeah.
Blue 9.
Towards you.
Yeah, just for the not straights, he's just calling out. Yeah.
What's that?
Straight enough for you?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
So if we go up contesting,
It's no different.
And good to see
Thanks, Trevor.
former Hong Kong international club player Duncan Robertson. Just
go?
club with 3 exclamation marks.
Wonder who he's supporting.
Let's go, boys. Thanks, yeah. I'll let you know in a bit. It's just ticking over. It's very accurate actually. Yep. Time back on.
So the referee Rodden sets the mark for this scrummage. Tom Wilson.
I'll give you the tap when you want to go.
Crouch.
And it's good to see Mr. James Gibson. He's a lifetime member of Hong Kong Scottish, but a former football club skipper and player.
What's going on, lads?
Reckons he's got a foot in both camps.
Wait for the calls.
You didn't exactly say that to me last night, Jimmy, at 1 a.m. as we were drinking a beer.
5 seconds in, lads. Let's go, boys. Let's go, Dave.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
So Wilson, highly experienced
Use
halfback.
it. Balls at the back.
Gets it into the hands of PJ. And it looks like that's floated out on the full.
Just overcooked that one. Unfortunate for the Scottish side, the football club.
It's a game at the moment. It's kind of being punctuated by a lot of start and stop and just little mistakes. I don't know if it's the just the sheer pressure of finals football. But there's nothing going too fluidly for either side at the moment. Long throw and a great take by McNutt. Herstich skittling the bodies away. Young McNutt with a great drive there. Benny Axton Barrett coming on a late run there. McNutt having to fight for every inch there. Hugh McCormack, Houston, gets a ball out to Axton Barrett. Great chop tackle there from Rylands. Oh, stepping through the tackle there, great work.
Good work, Jamie. Release that tackle! Ball's here.
Tommy Hill just dropped his shoulder there. It's about the third or fourth carry from McNutt in this series of phases. Lauder having to dig that ball out.
Even now, feet.
Penny Smith on the wide outside. Some really good meters made there by Ben Axton Barrett, but the ball's been ripped away.
Advantage over.
And you can see Scottish
Inside.
going some distance here. Jamie Hood is back for this.
Always in. Just wait here, club, wait.
And Tom Wilson brings this ball back and he goes high. It's not gone very far forwards.
Always inside.
Sean Taylor is back for this one. And that's a pretty awesome touch finder. Well, it's been recovered by Jamie Lauder. Just pumps the ball deep. Oh. And the bounce of a rugby ball gives Football Club the 50-22, and that can only be about 6 metres off the line there.
What a fantastic return,
You know,
and a
it's not the hoardings.
great spot for the football club to launch an attack from.
So if it touches a person, it's only a person.
It's interesting to see what they do here, if they go for that driving maul or try and unleash the barrage of weapons they have out in that back line.
Great take there by Groves.
Wait.
Yeah, they've decided that they want to go route one here. Ofori, Mantau on this side. And they're trying to drag this one down. Scottish have done really well there.
Advantage offside. Number 9 offside. Advantage.
Tom Wilson getting himself offside there, which is giving Club a real free shot here. Tyler McNutt.
No try. Knock on. Going back to the penalty.
Keep going, clear, Matt. Keep going.
So Football Club looked like they were in there. Johnny McCormack Houston was stretching out for the try.
What are we going to do first? What are we doing?
Like knock on over the line.
So Tom Hill just calmly walks in.
Kick to touch and drive over, he said. So no secrets as what they want to do next. They want to take it to the Scottish pack.
So Football Club They've got the setup here with Herstich as the receiver. He's obviously going to look to latch in on the catcher. Obviously, Johnny McCormick has got to get the arrows right first, but they're right on the 5-metre line here. Groves up at the front, and they're going, crabbing sideways.
Really, really well done from the Scottish pack. That's such a hard place to defend from, and the touchline is your friend in that situation, and they managed to barrel them right over it. Well done.
One minute to go.
So there's a minute to go to half time. And Scottish certainly, it was a fantastic line-out defence there, but they're not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination here. A real tough place to get out from.
Yeah, they'll need to be clinical in this operation. They'll want to get set up and probably just look to find touch and get into the sheds for half-time, recoup.
Florey Mantel there, I think, was underneath the heap as that fell into touch there. But they just enveloped that.
Josh, you good? Time on.
So Keelan Chapman at the front of the line out for Football Club.
Are you in the line? 9, stay there then. One drop, one drop.
And a brave throw over the top there.
No, he didn't. Numbers.
So technical infringement there, Ash. So this really does get
That's correct.
does give Scottish the opportunity.
Let's go.
With time off, yeah.
Oh, and they choose to keep it in field, which gives Football Club one last hit here. Jamie Hood looking after that ball. Jevon Groves, some hard yards there, and they come back down this side with Kingham. Gets scragged to the ground by Rylands.
Leave the 9, leave the 9.
Herstich.
Move 5. All set.
Got high tackle, 9.
Jamie Hood, high tackle there. So, gotta wonder what Juresiewicz was looking for there, keeping that ball in play.
And they're giving him another 10 for back chat. As we said earlier in this game, there's zero tolerance for that, and he's got to the end of his wick. So Matt Rodden marching them another 10 and giving them an opportunity to go for the posts.
I don't think Scottish can be too upset with that. He has warned them probably 4 or 5 times about the chat, and also the AR has come in and said the same thing. So this is a tough kick, though, for Hughes. He's certainly got the distance, but it's right on the 5-metre line.
20 seconds.
So the crowd is hushed here. Hughes steps up to this, and he struck it well again, but just to the left side of the upright. So another huge half of football there, Ash. 7-3, Football Club go in with that 4-point lead. What do you make of it?
Well, Scottish came out with all guns blazing and put a lot of pressure on this Football Club side, but you must say in that last 20 minutes or so, it was all Football Club. They were putting a lot of pressure on the Scottish side, who, in their defence, defended really well and did enough to keep Football Club out for the most part of it.
I would say very, very reminiscent of the semi-final when Scottish that defence they have, they defend like absolute mongrels and make it difficult to score, and they're still absolutely in this game.
Oh, 100%. Their scramble defense has been a cornerstone of their side this whole competition, and it'll all be up to what they've got coming off the bench and which team wants it more. So we're in for a cracking second half, Cookie.
Fantastic. We'll see you all back for the second half.
Who are prepared to make the sacrifices? Who are prepared to sweat, to bleed, to believe? Who will be our champions? They are forged over 25 weeks, over 15 league rounds, over 96 games, and over 8,000 minutes of red-hot rugby. Get ready to pick your team and go.
Did you turn me on, Sam? Thank you.
Yeah, we got you, Matt. You hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so as we come back from half-time, 7-3 We can see that the players are ready to go, but we do have some officiating drama. There is talk that referee Matt Rodden may have pulled a fetlock, but it looks like he's coming back out, so maybe he's had a rub down with a damp edition of the Sporting Times at half-time. Looks like he's good to go. So 7-3, so we've got 40 minutes of the Premiership season, 23-24 to go. And it's all to play for, and I think very much as we did with the Prem A final, Ash, I think the next team to score is going to put themselves in the box seat.
Definitely.
Use it.
So Jamie Lauder
Let's go now.
pulling it back. Pincott putting the pressure on. Forces a really short exit, so you'd have to say first blood in this second half is very much to the Scottish.
Yeah, that was great from Hong Kong Scottish, putting a lot of pressure on there and giving themselves an opportunity to strike here deep in the football club half, and a nice little line-out play hitting the middle of the line-out.
Rylands brings it. Dean Squire onto that. Good tackle by Johnny McCormick there.
Move it.
Oh, Sean Taylor on a fantastic line there. Bryn Davis got himself in the passing lane there and picked that one up. Oh, and a charge down there, so everybody's onside. So, fortunate bounce there for Football Club.
Good pressure again, but just getting that slight touch gives Football Club the line out.
No. What's time off? Time's not off. Let's go. Let's go. Time's not off.
Some confusion around time being on or off, but it is on, so play on, Matt Rodden is saying.
They're good where they are, Johnny. They're good where they are. Go to the middle.
Good ball to the tail of the line out there. Jamie Hood with a great pass there to Penny Smith, bursting onto it. Hurstich. Charlie Rylands got latched onto that ball. That was a crucial play for Scottish there.
Yeah, massive, massive effort from Rylands, and he's been doing that all season. He's been a pest around ruck time and coming up with the goods right when they need it.
It's absolutely what you need as a man who'll get his head over the top of the ball at the crucial times. But that was a phenomenal pass by Jamie Hood. Penny Smith swept onto that.
Here's me. Back, Semi.
So Scottish have got the knock on there, and it's come up with McCormick. Houston. Lauder pulls it back. That's a deep kick. Taylor. Oh, good slip catch there from Lauder.
Advantage, Seven's never onside.
So playing advantage.
Seven,
Charlie.
Inside the 10 metre, you can't stay there. You have to actively move. You can't stay there.
That's a good call, Matt.
Yep.
Rylands ping there.
Penalty here or scrum where the ball was kicked? Midway 22 and 10. Scrum where the ball was kicked.
So a
Offside in front of the
huge.
kick, they can choose the scrum where the ball was kicked.
This is a decision that you don't see very often taken, kick or scrum these days.
Offside in front of the kick, they have the option
But it
of
was
the
a
scrum where the ball was kicked.
huge clearance from Sean Taylor. So That's a big net gain. So all that good work that Rylands did at that previous breakdown was undone.
You understand that? You actually
Yeah,
have to move back.
unfortunate just not getting out of that 10-metre circle. It's a tough ruling, but it is the correct call there from Matt Rodden and puts Football Club in the box seat for another attacking opportunity here with options both sides of the scrum.
So Axton Barrett to the left, Hill to the right. Oh, great scrummage here from Scottish and Hurstich under all sorts of pressure. Tom Wilson there. Maybe slightly lucky there because he was already on the floor and then dove forward and pounced on that ball.
Yeah, definitely scrappy at the base, but a fantastic scrum from Hong Kong Scottish, putting real pressure on this Football Club pack. And yeah, Tom Wilson were all over that ball all day and managed to get back from side. Really well done.
So the tension rising out there. Referee Matt Rodden asking Tom Hill to get the club players to shut up. She said a fantastic scrummage there. It'll be interesting to see when they start to roll the changes that Scottish have got their sevens box of tricks with Christie, Nardoni and Doherty to come on.
Yeah, they'll be
Obviously
sure to
not
add.
played much 15s in the last few weeks, but individually they are phenomenal footballers.
Play on balls here, let's go.
White offside.
Advantage. Backline offside.
Offside's the call from Matt Rodden. The scrum just getting a little bit messy and the Football Club players pushing up a little bit too early from that.
Matt, you need both sides, their shoulders up. We've got blue feet back, and we've got white needs to keep his elbow up.
Back, balls at the back, play away. Sorry, say it again, Sam. I'm just having a chat. I'll come your side next round. Just let me know after he's kicked it, Sam.
We see both sides on my side, shoulders up.
I'll come over.
So it's been a tense start to this second half.
I couldn't see it, so.
Scottish with a lot of the possession and putting a lot on this Football Club side, but they're absorbing it well. Let's see what they can do with this attacking opportunity.
So Harrison King with this line out feed. Good take there in the middle of the line out. Scottish have got a reasonable rumble on here. So an advantage here for Scottish as they rumble towards the line. They've still got 6 or 7 metres to go, but they look like they've got the ball under control at the base. And the first yellow card of the day.
The double blast, and Hong Kong Scottish's forward pack coming up trumps with a big scrum previously.
So
And then
there's a yellow card there, but I'm not sure who got the yellow card. Can't actually see anybody.
who's leaving the pitch.
Number, Matt, what number? It's 8, I believe. Number 8, I see.
It's Josh Hurstich.
That's a big call.
What are we
Trying
gonna
to
do? Going corner, just wait, time stop.
defending
Time on.
defending a 5-metre scrum, or sorry, 5-metre line out
Let them hit the floor.
without Hurstich.
Yeah.
I don't know if Hurstich is off the field at the back there, but
Clear and obvious, your side, Sammy.
James Phillips there.
That's
The
right,
football
backwards.
club have got amongst this. Harrison King has been held up there.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
Somehow Scottish have come up with that ball. Jamie Pincott solidly carries this. Jevon Groves really monsters him backwards there. Rylands on that ball.
Don't lean on the right, go back.
It's a real game of inches here now, Ash.
Certainly is. They're just plugging away at this football club defence.
Tyler McNutt has got himself onto that ball.
You're okay, tackler's gonna roll.
Oh no, it was Jevon Groves actually.
Has to move.
Groves did really well to get over that ball, but unfortunately one of his teammates not rolling away, and Matt Rodden blasts for another penalty deep in the 22 here. I'll be interested to see what Scottish do. If they want to go for the points that are on offer, or if they want to keep this pressure on, and it's points that they're going for. This is a grand final.
On the 5 metres. Yeah, I'll deal with it. On the 5.
So Tom Wilson lines. So Wilson, better known as Lady 6 Points, lines up this kick. And that is the first score of this second half. We said that would be crucial. So 7-6.
It's a 1 point ball game, and Hong Kong Scottish have been putting all the pressure on at the opening parts of the second half. And we've got a substitution with Tyler McNutt coming off and Callum McCullough replacing him.
4 over there, 14 injury.
5 sub.
White, sorry. Somebody for White.
White, okay. 5 or 4? Just wait, time's off.
It looks like
Apologies, Jevon Groves.
Looks like Jevon Groves.
4?
He's absolutely run himself into the ground. It's a hell of a 50 minutes that he's put in there. But a great replacement in Cal McCullough. 8 times capped for Hong Kong. Born in Hong Kong. Just back from Uruguay, where Hong Kong lost in the final of the Challenger Series. So into those cradled arms. Oh, great take over his head there from Lauder. Glyn Hughes. High into the night sky.
Advantage. Same thing, offside. You must move back. You must move back. You can have the scrum if you want it. And there in the middle. In the middle.
And a similar call going Scottish's way this time, where they got the option for the scrum or the kick.
Jamie Pincott looks like he's asking for the scrummage.
Yep.
You've got to move backwards. You can't stand there. You're within 10. Scrum where the ball was kicked.
So the exact same call that he pinged Rylands for. So this could be a huge momentum shift. Down to 14 men Scottish for at least another 6 minutes. Facing down. Facing down this scrummage.
And the Scottish forward pack has been scrumming well. They'll look to put a lot of pressure on here.
And Ruben Cronje with the tape on his chin, round his head, looks somewhat like Pudsey Bear. For those of you that can remember Comic Relief back in the UK.
Boys, balance.
Yeah, it's not the most fortunate head strapping, but it does a job, I guess.
Starts when I call set.
So Jamie Pincott
3, hold your bind
packing
until I
down
call.
on that tight headlock side of the scrummage. Wilson with a feed.
Bind. Sit.
Another good, solid scrummage. And they look like they're scrumming for the penalty.
And there you have it. The Scottish forward pack coming up trumps once again. They're really putting their team in the box seat in the second half. Hats off to that front row.
I guess if your head coach is a former Scottish international front rower, you ought to have a decent scrummage. And that is a decent scrummage. Kudos to Alex Allen. But as you said a couple of minutes ago, there's been a real momentum shift in this first 10 to 15 minutes of this second half. And Wilson, one of the more difficult kicks that he's had today, but he struck the ball well.
Oh, the commentator's curse, Cookie. You can't do that to him.
I'm sorry, Tom. I will buy you a drink later. So Jamie Hood with the dropout. This is a hell of a game. Morris there, infield to Taylor. Puts it high and Rylands is running back. Lauder got the ball up to Jamie Hood, who's done really well. Now Lauder pulls it back. Penny Smith on the outside. Looks inside, outside.
No, don't touch it.
Hugh McCormick Houston are under huge pressure there. This is a real game of attrition here. Young Tyler McNutt driving those legs. Jamie Lauder goes aerial. Tom Wilson is there. Gets scragged by McCullough. Skipper Pincott there, mown down.
It's outside the 22, outside.
Wilson goes high. Jamie Lauder. Some great work there.
Use.
Charlie Kingham working hard on that blind side. And Lauder goes high again. It's not gone very far forward. Wilson's onto it. And it's a real scramble for the ball on the floor there. And Taylor comes up with it. And Juresevic pumps it really deep. Glyn Hughes. I would...
He's done quite well, actually,
yeah,
off that kick.
Was actually caught right on the line by the Scottish physio. About another 20 yards further forward than that.
Under a lot of pressure with zero angle, he's done really well to get his team out of the half.
It was a hell of a kick by Juresevic, though, that really put Hughes on his mettle there.
I'll get it less than a minute. Let's go.
So it sounds like there's only about a minute to go on the yellow card. And Juresevic goes aerial. Morris comes up with the ball. Jamie Hood has come straight through the middle of that. But Scottish have come up with it. Skipper Pincott. The pace of this game is really getting to the boys now. Some good D there from Ben Axton Barrett.
Money there. Scottish on the halfway.
And slight rush of blood to the head there from Juresovic. Very uncommon
Yellow card back on.
to see him flustered. So yellow card back on. Football club back to 15 men, and they've only licked 3 points in that period of time.
Yeah, you consider that a win in these high-stakes games. But uncharacteristic from PJ. Maybe he thought he had an advantage and he was just trying to do a little trick play, but didn't come off, unfortunately, in this case. The crowd really getting behind this game.
It's the Hong Kong Scottish crowd in amongst it. Great take there from McCullough. Johnny McCormick is in the boot there.
Stay one. Out now. One out.
It's hard to see how Scottish have come through the middle of that one.
Oh. However they've done it, they've done a great job to get through there and get their hands on that ball and not make it available, awarding themselves a scrum. Well done.
White 7. White 7. That's it. Complete. Play on.
So
I'll stay this side, Sam.
Oliver Roberts replaces Hugh McCormick Houston. And it's plain to see with any of the players that come into the touchline, Ash, they are bathed in sweat and racked in pain.
They certainly are. It's a pretty physical, brutal contest out there with both sides leaving everything on the field.
Crouch.
And some real support coming from the Scottish crowd.
Sit. Calm down, boys. Calm down.
Scottish looking to their pack again to give them dominance at scrum time. They're putting everything into these set plays, and it's been rewarding so far in the second half.
You boys need to get your balance.
Can't afford.
So crucial point in this game. With the way the game's gone, it's hard to believe that Football Club are still holding that 1 point advantage.
Crouch.
The only try of the game so far. Free kick to Scottish, and they go quickly. Squire dips and gets through the contact. Jack Morris, Sean Taylor.
Watch there, Steve.
Good hit on Jamie Pincott there, but he looks after the ball.
Oliver Roberts doing well to get that ball on the ground, but unfortunately just knocking it on slightly.
I thought you had to play the ball on your feet when it was emerging from a ruck there. So referee Rodden being a little bit lenient. As we said, there's a lot of energy in these games, and
Balance.
this game is so finely poised, Ash.
Crouch.
Certainly is.
Let's hope that it comes down to a piece of brilliance rather than a mistake.
Stand up.
These front rows are having a real hard time with the height.
Okay.
Seems to be
What we've gone away from is you being left
a
in
real
the shot.
contest
Okay.
where Football
Stay
Club are
there.
trying to
Come to the left. I've made the
protect
mark here.
themselves
Yeah.
Come to
from
the
this Scottish pack,
Stay there.
putting on the pressure.
I always smile when the whistle goes and both the tight head and the loose head look knowingly at the AR. You know, oh, what's going on?
It's his
You
fault.
know,
No, it's his fault.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
So we're well into the final quarter of this Premiership season.
Use it.
Wilson looking for the penalty, but having to play away. Pulls it back to Juresevic. Taylor on the outside. Look at those feet. And Wilson picks up a ball he probably didn't really want, but he's done well there. Great carry there from skipper Pincott. Juresevic. Oh, James Phillips to Jack Morris.
Play on.
Oh, and they've pilfered that ball. James Phillips, he's literally trying to monster that to the touch.
Yeah, that was fantastic work from James Phillips. Managed to just manhandle him out into touch. And rolling on the subs now, Football Club. With the young man,
And
Thomas
I've,
Gibb.
for one of the first times ever, I've had a compliment from a referee, Ed Fitzgerald, saying good law knowledge, Cookie. Thanks, Ed.
John McCormick Houston coming off the field there for the young Thomas Gibb.
Gibby, former Sandy Bay youth and mini player, went away and plied his trade in the Japanese professional leagues and has come back and is now playing at Football Club.
I don't want to, but I will escalate.
But this has kind of got the feeling that of a python slowly strangling its prey here. Scottish have really put it to Football Club in the second half. We're about 25 minutes in.
Yeah, they certainly have, and it's dominance up front that's really putting Scottish in the prime position here and putting a lot of pressure. But in Football Club's side, they are defending well, but how long can they keep this onslaught from Scottish out?
So Scottish putting the pressure on, looking for anything they can get here, trying to draw the penalty maybe. Football Club have got to be really careful here.
No hands, good.
Juresevic, drops the ball into the hands of Smith. And it's a foot race here, and he's going all the way for the corner. What a finish from Penny Smith.
Eat your heart out. When you need those big plays, it's the big time players that make them, and that is a sensational run from Penne. Absolute gas.
He's had all kinds of problems. I'm not sure whether it's been the groin or the hamstring, but he didn't give a thought to that and literally just pinned his ears back.
Yeah, looked pretty good to me, and the fin to boot at the end to finish well. Really good work from him, getting his side out of such a tricky spot, and that might be the end for his night. He's getting subbed off for Niall Rowick, I believe, is coming on to finish this one off. Well done, Penne.
Nige Rowick has got 353 caps for Football Club. Actually, it's 128, along with 18 caps for Hong Kong. He's no stranger to grand finals. Kicked the winning points for Valley many years ago in a previous life. Glyn Hughes. That radar has been off. So 12-6 would have made all the difference if they could have stretched it.
Yeah. There's still just one point scoring opportunity away. It's all
So
on here.
a few changes. Chugwoody is on in the front row.
Just wait, comes off.
And it looks like Juresevic is had the shepherd's crook.
Time on.
Maybe that will see Wilson slot to 10 and maybe Christie at 9. And that is a good deep exit all the way back, almost up to halfway.
Really good exit here, and Hong Kong Scottish don't want to let that take away from the momentum that they've been building so nicely in this half.
Yeah, we have to say it was absolutely against the run of play. If Smith hadn't have intercepted that, it could easily have been a try at the other end.
Antich offside.
And an offside in the middle of the field. It's the ball into the hands of Sean Taylor.
You're offside. On me, Matt. Yeah, on the 15. Yeah.
Offside from the back line. And Scottish with an opportunity now
16 offside. 16.
to apply that pressure right back on.
So I think they're going to look to go to the corner. Just over 10 minutes to go. So plenty of time on the clock. 6 points in the game. And the strains of Flower of Scotland on the bagpipes. The atmosphere here is absolutely electric, Ash.
Oh, it certainly is. This is what footy is all about, and it's coming right down to the wire. We've got a contest on our hands here, Cookie.
Oh, good line out. Set well at the back. Keelan Chapman fighting for all of his worth there.
This is down blue by blue here.
They still got it at the back. And they're really trying to push through. Brian Davies or Bryn Davies straight through the middle there.
Leave it off feet, leave it off feet. Good work.
Wilson. Wilson getting scragged as he picks that ball up. And it's almost like Football Club have grown an arm and a leg here.
That's huge. That's huge for Football Club.
Away you go. No, away you go.
So whatever injury Matt Rodden has been carrying through this game, he seems to have pulled through it. So some decent territory carved off there by Glyn Hughes. AR Sam Brown on that far side.
Every time he's going for the ball, his hands are blocking me from passing.
I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it.
It's ruining our momentum.
I'll keep an eye on
Definitely
it.
Scottish are the rowdier of the two crowds. Football Club, very, very anxious. Didn't seem the straightest of line-out throws there from Gibby, but the referee let that one go. Oh, that is a good drive.
Stay down. Good.
Louder. Ball not adjudged to have gone forward.
Off the knee.
Ollie Roberts there. Skipper Herstich. Scottish are really getting off this line here. Have to be careful that they don't
Hold in front.
come
hold,
offside.
Now you're on.
Decent option.
Play on backwards off Scottish.
And the ball's gone backwards. I was about to say a fantastic offload out the back by Tyler McNutt, but it missed everybody. And it puts Scottish back onto the front foot here.
No.
There it is. Cheeky hand there at ruck time, pulling the ball back on their side.
Skipper Pincott calling for the ball to be put into the corner. Sean Taylor pumps it deep.
Another opportunity here for Hong Kong Scottish. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at this football club side. So much to play for in this closing 8 minutes of footy.
So Harrison King still on the field. It's a decent line out. Rylands is onto it. King gets himself into the boot.
Out now, out.
Oh, and he comes away with it as it spins away. Wilson.
Oh, huge, huge play.
Gabe Carroll.
Gabe Carroll. We talked about how important the impact off the bench is going to be today, Cookie, and that is a massive play from Carroll.
Yeah, he's a huge player, Gabe Carroll. Fit, strong, abrasive. And just the kind of 7 that you want that will put his head over the ball in dark places. And Glyn Hughes.
White 9. Time off.
Complete, play on.
So Mike Walsh replaces Jamie Lauder.
Time still off.
Blue 7.
Okay, yeah.
And Charlie Rylands makes way.
Time was off.
He has
Time was off.
absolutely emptied the tank. Tyler McNutt rises at the tail of the line out there, and they've got the ball into the hands of Thomas Gibb.
He's okay through the middle.
Yeah, great work from the Scottish defensive line out there, being able to swim through that maul and get a hand to the ball. Big plays in these last minutes.
That's 3 or 4 times the execution of that line out has let Football Club down.
It's all on here.
Scottish, I'm sure, will potentially look to scrum for the penalty here. Ale Nordoni onto the open side. He had that sickening leg break in the grand final
Reset.
here in 2019. And he's come back since then. A double Asian Games gold medal winner, 7 specialist.
Set up. No hit on head. You bind up.
Real contest on this close side. Edison versus Keelan Chapman.
Chapman, the Canadian. His wife, Elaine Bebo, international netballer and international netball commentator as well.
Blue.
Yeah.
Extended collapsing.
It's a little bit sloppy there from Edison. Just kind of didn't hold his shape into that.
Yeah, Chapman just getting the better of him, making him drop that elbow down.
Obvious stuff in.
Never looks good when a loose head's tucking in like that. This makes it tough for the referee, but Football Club punching it down into the Scottish half, and first time really in their territory for a long time, Cookie.
Yeah, in fact, the only time really that
Matt, how does the
they
scoreboard
properly
clock look
carried
for you?
It's pretty much bang on.
carried the ball is when Penny Smith got that breakaway try.
Let's go, boys.
So 4.5 minutes to go. Steve Dolman, the 4th official, asked Matt Rodden
Boys, you need to set your numbers earlier than that.
the
Time's
clock
off.
time, how the scoreboard
time's
clock
off.
was
You
showing
got your numbers sorted?
7:50, and he said it's about
Time
right.
back on.
So Gibby with that throw, McNutt rises. Gibb will not want to get swamped up here.
Advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Got
I think
advantage.
Football Club need to just keep the advantage on here. Maybe not the greatest kick from Ben Axton Barrett, but fielded by Jamie Hood.
Still got advantage.
James Christie wraps him up there.
Number 90.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that
They'll be
they
looking-
will take their 90 seconds.
look directly at those posts and take it out from a try scoring opportunity to win the game.
And they roll the changes. Ronan Donnelly winning his 144th cap for Football Club. He's been a great servant of the club. Also gained his 1 cap for Hong Kong. First played for Football Club 10 years ago. And Nige Rowick had been a Hong Kong Football Club junior, then played his first few senior years at the Valley Club before finally going
You're
home,
okay
so
there.
to
Six
speak,
is
to
okay there.
Football Club. So Rowick, a few deep breaths. And Nige nails that one straight down the middle. 15-6.
Only a few minutes left in this game to go. Scottish really have to do something special now. They're going to have to really turn up the tempo to stay in this contest.
You figure if they get an opportunity to take 3 points quickly, they should probably do it. Oh, that is a fantastic take there from McCullough. Walsh over the top. Taylor's there. Chances his arm. And now Ale Nordoni takes some good meters there. Wilson to Taylor. Carstens.
Release tacklers.
They've absolutely got to throw the kitchen sink at them here, but they're going from deep. Fully 60-odd meters to go. Rory Campbell. Jamie Pincott has played an absolutely phenomenal game.
Taking the 9. First player was fine, and then 25 took the 9 out.
So Gabe Carroll got over that.
They'll need to get this going quickly. They'll want to set this, and not able to find touch.
It's not the greatest touch finder by Hughes.
11.
Time's off.
Time's
but
off.
They need
Time's off for
9 points.
Time's off. No, I've got the time now.
And
There's 25 seconds.
there's about 25 seconds to go, so I think there's literally no chance that Scottish can recover this from here. But I'm sure that they'll want to do everything they can
Complete.
to try and finish up the scoring. Squire giving it one last
Leave it off feet.
roll of the dice. Tom Wilson digging it out. Great work there from Jamie Phillip. No arms tackle there.
Time off, time off, time off. Easy, time's off. Time's off.
So through the crash barriers at the end there, having a word with.
The board is in touch. No try.
So no try, they'll come back for the penalty.
Time's up, but there's a penalty. Penalty for no arms.
Official call that time is up, but they will have time for a penalty. Let's see what Scottish want to do with it.
Look behind you. Look behind you.
And Bertie Haskins is also on now.
Time's still off. Max here.
On the yellow line in front. Keep walking towards the goal.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Time's still off. You're not even on the mat. Time, I haven't started it yet. That's in.
Obviously there is one opportunity here for Scottish, is that they get the try, and there's some penalty awarded in the scoring of the try back at half-time, so hope springs eternal.
Wishful thinking, I think, there, Cookie, but they're going to have another roll of the dice, and this driving maul has been quite an effective weapon so far in this game. Let's see if that's what they look to do here.
Barron there, looks like he's got his head on upside down. Big deep throw, and it's gone over the top to Donnelly. Thomas Gibb there. And that is it. Double champions, grand final, and league champions, and that is 5 grand finals in a row for the football club. And 2 tries for the club, but pretty much against the run of play. So, yeah, they've probably deserving of that, but Scottish absolutely gave it to them all the way through there.
They certainly did, and it's the old cliche, they say defense wins championships, and I think that reigns true tonight. Hong Kong Football Club defended really well. They had a relentless Hong Kong Scottish side that was putting everything on them, but they managed to, in those clutch plays, come out on top, and they are the grand champions here, Cookie.
Yeah, fantastic scenes there. Jamie Hood with his 2 young sons out there. Everybody is on this pitch and very, very excited. The old man there, Jevon Groves, played a fantastic 50 minutes there. And it's unfortunate for Scottish. It's the second time that they've been in the big dance and come up just short. 15 points to 6 in the end with that final penalty from Nigel Rowick. But yeah, football club have clung on at the end of the season. They had a poor end to the season. They've clung on and gone away with both trophies again. So absolute kudos to them.
Yeah, definitely. They're a championship side, and they've done enough when it counts to come up trumps. So hats off to them. They've done really well this season.
And Tommy Hill there in the foreground with Marnie, his wife, and Paul Skerr, the chairman, football club. And he had a big, big embrace with coach Logan Asplin just a few seconds before that. The 2 skippers there, Jamie Pincott. He's been to this big dance a couple of times, and so far come away with nothing. It's tough. And we're getting some help in the commentary box here from Sean Bennett. Exactly, mate, exactly. But what a night of football. What a day of football we've had here.
Yeah, sensational contest.
Valley always need their women to bring the silverware home these days. So, yeah,
Overall, a really good day of footy, though, Cookie. All 3 games been really close contests, and that's what you want to see on a grand final day.
Yeah, absolutely. And both these teams had tough contests to get here. Football Club only squeaked past Valley by 4 points last week. Scottish got past Sandy Bay by 3 points, and you know, it was a 6-point game until right at the death, and could have gone either way. Was what a game of football. So Aaron Stockdale there is trying desperately to get the players over to the trophy presentation. But as you say, what an advert for football it has been today. And Ronan Delaney says, well done club, good win. Bruce Cobb, well done club. Another shout of why isn't Alex Allen playing?
Well, he'll be happy with the way the scrum went today, but unfortunately not quite enough to get his side across the line. But
yeah, what a day. Club contesting all 3 of the finals, winning Prem A and the Premiership, coming up just short in the women's. Good to see the likes of Pat Jenkinson, who club would love to have had out there, but broke his fibula in the final league game against Sandy Bay. But some real big moments in that game towards the end. Gabe Carroll coming up that turnover under the shadow of the post was crucial, I think, at that time.
oh, absolutely clutch, and that's what you want your bench to do when they come on, is provide that value, provide that impact. And he certainly did that. And yeah, another big play with Penny Smith, that intercept right on their 22, and then to take it the whole field. It's those moments in big games like this that are the real difference. And Football Club this season have been on the right side of them. So hats off. Yeah, they've done well.
And the first try was a real box of tricks from Glenn Hughes, stabbing the ball through, and then Ben Axton Barrett just juggling it through and playing a little game of keepy up in his hands before he finally barreled under the post. And then Penny Smith intercepting that ball from Pete Jurasevich, and he had to go fully 60-70 metres on the angle because Jack Moses was chasing him down.
Yeah, if there's someone you want to do that, it would probably be him. He's rapidly quick and strong enough to get that fend off to finish nicely. He did really well there.
And there he is, the chairman of Hong Kong China Rugby, Chris Brook, with Football Club skipper Tom Hill, Cal McCullough, Jamie Hood. Has played in many of these finals and has been absolutely crucial part of this football club. We have to say dynasty that's been formed. They in 2019 they were a good side, won the league, just lost out in the semi-final to Sandy Bay, but since then they have reigned supreme.
Here it is.
And some huge win. Great to see Pat Jenkinson in there enjoying it. He's worked so hard this season to get them to that point. Jimmy Gibson, very, very happy. Says great defence from club, won the game, great effort by Scottish. Stephen Mercer also, great effort Scottish, next time. And the Hughes family telling Glyn to enjoy the evening. So Logan Asplin will be very happy with that, his assistants. John T. Wood, Tommy Isaacs,
There it is.
What a
Well
day, and this is what the whole season has led to. Great work.
Celebrations all round after a hard-fought season. Well done, Hong Kong Football Club.
Fantastic work. Well, Ash, thank you very much for everything. So we're on to Kowloon Rugby Fest, Hong Kong Tens, and then the final big dance at the Hong Kong Stadium for the Hong Kong Sevens.
Looking forward to it, Cookie.
Thanks.
Absolute pleasure.
Thanks again, Ash, and we'll see you again next season.